So I said that the bottom is most likely in after the US strike in Iran, and I got these replies. The bottom is in, LMAO, wait till the US market opens. And buy, what the heck? And then, are you a joke? And then, you are the one who got me eliminated. Do you gain anything from my loss? Well, I can tell you one thing. Everybody gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. That is the truth. And read that again. Everyone buys Bitcoin at the price they deserve. So if you've been the one looking at Bitcoin at 112,000, and now you're like, I'm not touching that shit at 90, whatever, 8 or 100,000. Well, I think you will get the price that you deserve. We're gonna talk about this and why this matters and why I think you're the idiot if you think I'm the idiot for buying here. We're gonna talk about all the stuff that happened throughout the weekend, the direct US involvement in the Iran-Israel war, and also gonna talk about why this whole thing is a complete freaking nothing burger, and I think we're gearing up to one of the biggest moves that we have ever seen in crypto. So if that sounds good, well, obliterate the like button. Let me know in the comment section if you are here. And also, if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe, and the whole idea of this show is that this is literally the only show you need to watch a day, so you'll be up to date with geopolitics, with finance, and of course with crypto. I'll bring you trades, I bring you charts, and I bring you everything that you need to know that you might not have known in the market at all. If you are here, smash and obliterate the like button. Let me know in the comment. I'm gonna read it here, and we're gonna talk about all that. And also, just check out my socials down in the description. You will be able to see my X. I update you with everything. There's a free Telegram there that you can join, and I share my thoughts, my trades, and everything. So it's worth checking those out. And also, very importantly, before I even deep dive into this, I want to share with you that we do have a school, which is Intro to Crypto. It's from zero to hero. Completely free. I spent the last 12 months of my life designing this. Is 72 lessons, everything. You can literally send this to your grandmother, and she'll be able to know it. Cause is going to pin it here in the comment section, so you will be able to see it. Send it to your family, send it to your friends, and come join us in 7 days when the next cohort starts. Let's jump into it. Well, number one, I just want to say with running through the news what really happened. So this is what basically happened. This is 𝗙𝗃𝗙𝗙𝗙, who is the secure what is his title?
Opportunity to watch it in real time, and I think Tehran is certainly calculating the reality that planes flew from the middle of America and Missouri overnight, completely undetected, over 3 of their most highly sensitive sites, and we were able to destroy nuclear capabilities. And our boys in those bombers are on their way home right now. We believe that'll have a clear psychological impact on how they view the future, and we certainly hope they take the path of negotiated peace. But I could not be more proud.
So this is 𝗙𝗃𝗙𝗙𝗙, who is the Secretary of Defense in the United States, and what he's basically saying that these bombers that you see on top, these are the B-2 bombers, they were able to fly from the United States, spent 18 hours in the air, was able to carry out an operation where they bombed 3 nuclear facilities that are underground with underground penetrational bombs, and then fly all the way back to the United States without them being noticed, without them being destroyed, without them being, you know, anything. This is extraordinary, if you ask me. Okay, so but the challenge is, this is what we see here. This is the involvement, direct involvement of the US. This is the in the situation room. They're sitting here and discussing and obviously monitoring the situation, and this whole thing takes place. But this has happened, and this basically resulted in the US directly being involved in the Iran-Israel war. Now, what is interesting about this, Trump tweets, and he says, we have, or posts on Truth Social, and he says, why are you smiling? Is there anything that's funny? Okay, cool. Hi, you'll be fired if you're smiling, cause watch out here. We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including for the opens and outside, blah, blah. And then he says, all planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There's not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I mean, the guys, that Trump is literally the only one who can bomb another country and then go and say, you know what? It's time for peace. Like, imagine I walk up to you, I smash your face, and I'm like, you know what? Let's make peace. Anyway, I see his point, but there is an outrage that is happening. AOC, the lovely AOC that we love so much, she's so fun. She's kind of hot. I mean, she was kind of hot. But so she goes out, very left-wing, hardcore Democrat. She goes out and she says the president disastrous decision to bomb Iran without authorization. Without authorization, okay? is a grave violation of the Constitution and congressional war powers. He has impulsive risked launching a war that may ensnare us for generations. Absolutely and clear ground for impeachment. Now, what is cool about this, and I just want to all the Democratic, everybody who's, very left, and think it's stupid and whatnot, I just want to bring you this tweet, which is quite funny. It says the Trump should be impeached crew should have voted for Kamala Harris. Then the border would be open. Your tax dollars would be would fill the coffers of NGOs. Your daughters would have men in sports, and your country would be communist. But hey, Iran would have nuclear weapons. So this is, that's basically it. I just want to say one more thing, because I know a lot of my friends who are not a lot, but some of my friends who are Democrats, right? They just texted me and they're like, "Oh, have you seen this idiot Trump guy bombed Iran, and this is how crazy this is." And I just sent this back to them, and I was like, "Did you know that in 2016, when the U.S. bombed Iraq and Syria, Obama, this guy, the loved Democrat Obama, this guy has dropped 26,000 bombs without zero authorization on civilians, okay? So don't come to me saying that after these 36 bombs on nuclear plants of Iran is a problem with Trump, so cut that whole shit out. Okay, so but why is this relevant? Why is this important? Because the response from Iran was, which we talked about for quite some time, probably is what's going to be the response, is that the Iranian parliament has voted to close the Strait of Hormuz. One, the Iranian parliament has nothing to do. Like, it's a whole fugazi, like there is the supreme leader, he says yes or no. They voted fine, but it's just being blown up by the media. It doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? But what is truth is that about 20% of the global oil passes through the Strait. That means that about 20% of every single barrel of oil passes through that Strait of Hormuz. But it's not only that, there is gas and whatever US gas and a lot of other things passes through that Strait. So if they would be closing it, it would actually be pretty bad. Now, what is important is, it says here, 20% of the oil moves, single blockade of Hormuz could spike oil to 150. JP Morgan predicts that as well. Hormuz sees more oil traffic daily than the Panama and Suez canals combined. 35% of all seaborne LNG passes through. So there are a bunch of things happening there. Now, what I said from the very beginning is that if you look at the statistics, the total supply that goes, so about 5% of supply that goes through Hormuz actually goes to the United States, okay? So the United States would be impacted, the import would be impacted about 5%. While the biggest allies, one of the biggest allies of Iran, China, is bringing 50% of its oil through the Hormuz. So I'm pretty confident that there is literally no reason for them to close it, and it could be a last resort, but I do not think it will happen. It will not only impact the Middle East, but it will also impact China, it will also impact Russia, who is the biggest allies of Iran. So it's not happening. But everybody was screaming, "Oh my God, Monday open, oil's gonna be like blah, 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 blah," all that shit. Oil's gonna go to 130, 150 barrels, and your market's gonna nuke, Bitcoin is going to like 50,000. All these people screaming at me, DMing to me that I'm an idiot for buying. Here is the result. Oil rose 2%. 2% on market open. And even get that, I just tweeted LMAO, okay? But even that got eliminated because oil closed down on the session. So let me get this straight. So it's important to understand what I'm saying here. So there is a global geopolitical situation where three nuclear powers are bombing each other, okay? And then the US directly gets involved, brings their highest tech, and oil prices are down on the session. Again, what you need to know is pretty simple. What you need to understand from this whole thing is pretty simple. Over the last 72 hours, the US bombed Iran nuclear sites. Russia said countries are ready to supply Iran with nukes, which actually happened. We're going to talk about that in a second. And the Irish parliament voted to close the Strait of Hormuz. And stocks are down 0.5% and oil was up 0.25, but then closed below market open. On the other hand, now here in the US and the West, and everybody's like, holy shit. But if you look at the region, Tel Aviv stocks are up 5% on the day. The region itself, the stocks within the region, the markets within the region, Egypt, 2% up. Israel, 1% up, but it was closed 5% on the day. Jordan, up, some tiny minus, 0.23 minus. Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, All of these are up. So like, I know we're super smart here in the West and whatever, and we think that, you know, oil's gonna go like 150 and it's gonna be, but if the regional stocks, if the regional market is not reacting negatively, why the would you? Okay? So like, I know it's scary and all that, but what you have to understand about the whole thing is that markets, I tweeted this and I said the sell-off in markets, whenever markets really sell off, it's the result of the shock of the news or unexpected news on geopolitical fronts. What happened when Ukraine was invaded by Russia? Markets nuked. Why? Because it was expected, unexpected. When the US bombed Iran, why the markets nuked? Because it was expected but unexpected. When you have something that is unexpected, markets nuke. When everything is on the table, there is not really a reason for markets to keep nuking. And so one thing is important. The markets are up, obviously. But one thing is important, that there are certain threats that we should be addressing, right? So, okay, so it's not the problem that the US is involved and not the Hormuz, then there is Russia and China that will supply warheads to Iran. And my question is, is Iran going to start nuking the US, or like how do we imagine this going down? Well, that is not, TJ, I didn't include this here. Can you please find us the UN suggestion for Russia and China submitted to the UN? Please find that. But there was an announcement from Russia that says the number of countries are ready to directly supply Iran with their own nuclear warheads. This is, again, obviously a problem. But if you look at it, under the hood, it's not really what is really going to happen. So Putin was asked why he's not assisting Iran. He actually stood back as well. Just, I don't know, again, if you come to the shows and you follow Strait, you know, throughout, Putin stepped back and he was like, he withdrew the official support for the regime. And the reason why he could do that is because there is a clause in that, no, that's different, sorry, that's the UN thing, which I'm going to talk about in a second. The reason he did that is because, one, obviously he doesn't want a world war, which is obvious. But second, he in a recent interview said Israel today is almost as Russian-speaking country, 2 million people from the Soviet Union. So the population of Israel is about 10 million, right? So he says about 20% of the population. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what he thinks, which is what matters to me. Soviet Union, Russia lives there. We take that into account. That means that, and this is again going back to Russia lobbying about getting Ukrainian territories back because they believe, you know, the genocide and whatever happening with Ukrainians is the problem. This is like the liberation of those people. Again, I'm not even commenting on that because I'm not up to date with the matter. But what I know is that if Putin thinks this, there's no way he would just start sending nuclear warheads to Iran so he can start bombing Israel. It's just not going to happen. And if Russia is not doing it, that means Russia, the rest of the world, the US not doing it. Why the fuck would China do it? They are simply not going to do it. And then Pakistan is there, but Pakistan is good until it's not. Like Pakistan and the eliminated Iran can't really go against the world. So this whole thing is basically a big nothing burger, if you ask me. And then the next thing is, oh, but you know, whatever, July 9th comes and there are no trade deals, it's going to be a problem. And so apparently there are deals in place. We just didn't really talk about it, didn't really report it because it wasn't relevant. It wasn't relevant for the media, but there are deals being made. Most of the countries that are relevant, China moving forward, EU moving forward, Germany's came out moving forward, UK already has a deal, India already has a deal. Like there are deals being made, and there is an announcement now, US and EU near deal on non-tariff trade areas. And so these things are happening and these things are going to happen, which puts this whole thing into a pretty bullish, in my opinion. So someone says, and then I just circle back to everything, and I circle back to the end. Are you guys still here? Is everything happening here? Is everything good? Can we just get the like button? Is the like button working? We have like 170 likes. Oil spiked so much that it turned off YouTube. Is YouTube not working? Oh, I saw there was a drop off of 100 people and now everybody's back. Just refresh. Is it my YouTube or why the stream is lagging? Full switch. Are we streaming in 4K? Oh, okay, so we gotta swap that. Okay. Anyway, go 1080p and just refresh. And at the same time, just smash the like. We're gonna continue the show at 200 likes. There's something going down, not sure what, but I feel there are so many distractions right now. More down. I just liked. Good. That's BS. There are far more Russian-speaking people in Ukraine than there are in Israel. Yeah, of course. That's obvious. Yo. Good. Grow the beard. Now I'm thinking about it. I look like a monkey here. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. But so my kiddo said, Daddy, you should grow a beard. And I was like, nah, really, should I? And my kiddo said, yeah. And I was like, eh. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna grow it. Should I grow the beard? Put up a vote. Should I grow the beard? Also at the same time, while the vote is coming up, guys, intro to crypto. Send this to your mother, to your father, to your brother, to your sister, to your non-believers. Share it on social media. Comment it everywhere. Get the word out there. This is going to be this is the best course starting in 10 days. So 7 days next week. So please, please, please. It's pinned in the comment now, but also in the description. I'm gonna check that out. What else do we have here? Great alpha. I'm happy. Should Fefe grow a beard? Okay, we're gonna see that later. Bro, are you Brazilian? No, but I can be. I mean, depends. Papacita, you know? Whatever can happen. British. I'm not cutting my beard until Bitcoin back to all-time high. What do you say? Please don't. He's like, please don't. Okay, so let me circle back to this a little bit because I think it's relevant, okay? You look good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Elite, I like it. Santa Fefe. Very foxy. I don't know what that is. Cricket beard. Okay, so going back to this, I have to address some of these things because things got really fucking nasty. Okay, I want to be very clear with everyone. One is, if you blindly follow anyone online, you are an idiot. Simple as that. Okay. Second, I'm coming here on my time, completely for free, helping you navigate the market. Okay, that's just what it is. I'm telling you what I'm doing with my own money, being here since 2016, living through all this shit already. I'm telling you what I'm doing. You do whatever on earth you want to do. If you don't get value off this show, do not watch this show. And if you watch this show, don't watch it while cooking and doing this and that and not paying attention and then coming back here and then blaming me, okay? Why? This guy goes, you are the one who got me eliminated. Do you gain anything from my loss? No, I don't. But also, a lot of people just simply want quick cash and they simply do not want to listen. I brought you 2 snippets. This is from 4 days ago, okay? Way before the attack. Here's what I said. Technically, this means we should hold this level, okay? We should hold this level. Now, if we don't hold, I'm talking about the 3.09 trillion on the total market. Hold this level, that is a problem because then we come all the way down here to the 2.96 trillion, which is the next area where I think things are going to happen. Pay attention! Now, everybody, put it on full screen, like it, and pay attention. Listen to what I'm saying 4 days ago. Listen to down here to the 2.96 trillion, which is the... If we don't hold 309, we're gonna go down to the 2.96. This is literally what I've been saying, okay? Listen. Next area where I think things are going to happen, which would be another like 3, 4, 5% drop, about 10% drop on a total of 20, 30% possibly on tokens. So, okay, 20, 30% possibly on other tokens, okay? Cool. Then here's what I said 2 days ago, okay? Before the drop. I don't care if we dump another 10, 15%. I'm layering in because I know that what's coming in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months is going to be a massive, massive pump. And this is a great buying opportunity for that. So I said, I don't care if we have another dump because I'm layering in for the next leg up because I don't want to time the market. I've been telling you all this. Furthermore, I've been updating you in the Telegram. I said, this is a small possibility, but we touched 3.14 trillion, okay? If we don't reverse here, that's a big problem. 3.09 should hold. And then I say when 3.09 doesn't hold, that we possibly can go lower. Market makers protecting. Then what happens is that the drop, the bombing happens. And I'm keeping you updated and I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing and why I think what I think. Okay, there's a link in the description for the Telegram. Super simply. And then I hear people DMing me that I'm a scammer and I'm an idiot and then I wrecked them and then I eliminated people and all this shit. And I just don't understand why that is. I mean, I know why that is because you're lazy as fuck. You're not watching the shows. You're not paying attention. You want quick cash. You just go all in on 10x leverage. And when the market dumps 10%, you come here and blame me. But very honestly, you have to realize that's not me, bruv. I have all the positions opened that I said that I had. All of these positions are here. All of them. All of them. Look at this. 35% minus, 24% minus, 35% minus. This is my ETH short. I just left it here because I wanted to see, but I said I closed it, so I closed 99% of it. See, it took all the profits. 166% minus on 𝗏 at 10x. That's 16% drop. But because I was ready with risk management, I don't have a liquidation price. Because this is what I've been telling you. This is what I've been teaching you. This is what I've been saying in the Telegram. Now, again, I'm coming here with all my knowledge, teaching you about crypto, about trading, about how you can navigate the market. But if you're not going to listen and you're going to just go all in because you heard it somewhere else that this is the best thing and Fefe is also bullish, no one knows what's going to happen on the market. But if you are not going to follow proper risk management and you're going to go in blindly, you are going to get wrecked guaranteed. It's not me, it's not the exchanges, it's not the YouTubers, it's you. It's you. And I know it's the tough part and I know it's tough hearing this, but the sooner you understand this, the sooner you're going to be, successful, whether in investing or trading. If you look at this, I don't really have liquidation prices on these charts, or my liquidation prices, as I tweeted, look at this. Like I have liquidation price in 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 down at 0.7. That's another 50-60% drop from here. 60-50%. And I'm keep gonna add to the position. Anyway, so that said, I think it was something that I needed to address. And what do I recommend and what am I actually doing is the 𝗙𝗏𝗿 method. What they do is they added another 8 Bitcoin this week. They have 31 Bitcoins that they added the past 30 days. Just keep stacking sats. Now, there is one person, an apparent wallet, that it had 300 Bitcoin 11.6 years ago. It was dormant wallet for 6 years ago. They just bought, they put it away, and it was 60,000 worth back then. Now it's 30 million they cashed out. And then genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, like I have people DMing me and they're like, you know what? Like, what should I buy? Like what? Bro, buy fucking Bitcoin. No, I'm that serious. Trading is cool and fun, and I do it also for the fun because it entertains me, but also to just get some cash. But there's nothing better than buying Bitcoin and holding it. And this is what I'm doing. So if you look at this, I've got a ledger, and I'd recommend you get a ledger for yourself as well. They are the partners on the channel. You support me if you get one in the link in the description. Also, you get $70 worth of Bitcoin if you get a ledger now, a ledger stacks. I use ledger stacks, but you can get the ledger flex. That means that you probably get one of these devices for like $120, something like that, because you get 70 back on Bitcoin. And just do it. Just accumulate Bitcoin. There's a link in the description to ledger. If you decide, if you want, you pinned it. Cause is on the money here. Cause pin the ledger thing here in the comment section. Just literally get yourself a cold wallet, a ledger, which I use since 2017, but whatever you want, and stack Bitcoin. You're gonna have 10x your money in the next 5-6 years. Okay? It's that simple. But if you take the train and you start learning trading, that's just what it is. Okay. So let's see what people are saying here. Hold on. I am originally Hungarian. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was months ago. Ignore the noise. Break up. I'll come back. Mother found my 𝗙𝗏 accumulation Fefe under the bed. Because these hitters all have stop losses. I mean, stop losses is fine. I use stop losses, but I told you, like from the very beginning, I said, hey, I'm using 2 to 3 to 5x leverage positions. I have cash to layer in. This is what I'm doing. I don't have a liquidation price. My coins can drop 50-60% and I'm still gonna be fine. Why? Because I don't want to sit there and just, I'm going to take scalp positions as well. But for now, what are we even talking about? Just be bearish. I don't care about bullish. All right, structure was there. Longin was worth the shot. Exactly. I mean, it's simple. If you follow me, like Mario is a long time viewer, you understand what I'm saying. But it made me also realize that we are going to. Yes, someone is saying. So honestly, it's because of my keyboard. I just can't. I have a Hungarian keyboard. I got my computer in Hungary, and I can't change the Ledger website. I'm gonna let them know as well, but. A couple of months ago, I used Fefe's code to buy Ledger. I'm so happy. Honestly, guys, I'm not even, this is the time when I get the, Fefe's shilling shit. Like, I'll tell you one thing, bro. I got this Ledger in 2017. I got 5 more of these or 3 more of these. I have all the different Ledgers back in the background. I've got different editions. I've got the Solana edition, and shout out to Ledger. I've been using Ledger since 2017, way before we even started working together. And I'm not being paid for this, by the way. If you purchase product, that's awesome. I get a revenue from that, but I'm not being paid to shill you Ledger. Like, this is legit what I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ledgers straight around here. Just because. This is the S, this is the X, this is the stacks. I use Ledger. I use them for a long time. Anyway, it's the best thing. And now, I think it's today or tomorrow. You can get $70, $80 back. It's crazy. I learned so much, Fefe. I'm so happy you do. Also, I want to grab the opportunity to tell you that there is a link in the description to my X account. And if you go into my X account, you will be able to find my different socials and everything else. We do have a vlog. I'm going to Monaco for the first crypto conference. I'm going to be speaking this week. We're going to cover it in the $1 Billion Hustle. Link in the description. I'm going to talk about 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is my trading channel. Link in the description. And also, very importantly, school. Guys, invite one person to our school. I promise you they will not regret it. Okay, let's go. Key events this week. Very relevant. Most importantly, 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 is going to speak, but because of FOMC, I don't think it's gonna be nothing burger. It's gonna be like this, as always. And then we're gonna have US GDP data coming in. That's gonna be very relevant. If GDP data comes in lower and this shit is sorted, guys, we're going to the fucking moon. Like I'm telling you, like it's gonna be wild. Wild one. Oh, what is the vote, bruv? What is the vote? Shit is sorted, guys. We're going to the... Oh, 50, that's nothing. 59%, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. For 60%? Huh? 50 to 60%, I'm not doing it. I mean, if we would get like 500 votes, and all of them would say, like, I would grow it. Grow my beard for 50 straight days. For the 50,000. So here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna get 50,000 followers soon on X, okay? So I'm at like 49,700. Almost 49,800. And I put this out here and I said, I need your help. I'm approaching 50K followers. Let me know below what should I do. I want to do something crazy. So I'm thinking like count to 50,000 all at once and whatever that is. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, so I'm just thinking what to do. So if you have any idea, go to my X. There's a link in the description. And just let me know. And if you retweet, you can beat $100. And if you are the one that you know gets the idea right and make it, it's $100 as well. So someone say, what is this? What is that scammer vibes? What are the people saying? Challenge the load of entry for some beard. I mean, you can't challenge the load of entry for beard bragging. I mean, bro, the guy's like, I mean, the guy has the most prestige beard I have ever experienced in my entire life. Like that, but that's like that in real life. Like he opens so the Lord of Entry opens the door when he welcomes you, and the beard goes like, poof, ba-dum! You know that like it has the light around it and like the glory and everything is like, ba-dum! And I can't see. I'm like, I need my sunglasses, but I need my smoking glasses because Dylan's beard is so shiny. Like that's how shiny they are. I don't even want to compete. Like. So they're saying bad timing for Monaco, go for the Grand Prix. It's like expensive. I am going to speak at the Vibe Summit. Shout out to these guys. Let me bring this up as well. Vibe Summit. This is going to be massive. You can still vote for me. What is there like a you can still vote for a 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 award. Anyway, it's gonna be Monaco. Come if you can. If you can make it, you can comment ticket. I'm gonna get you a ticket here. But it's gonna be pretty awesome. I guess Powell's tone is going to be monotone. Yes. Son vote count as 500. What's the vote count? 60%. Someone is saying that's scammer vibe. I'm posting this on X. Awesome. I don't know what you mean. He's saying that we are deleting the comments. Oh, okay. He's saying that we deleting. Are we deleting the comments? No. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Cuz, are you sure? How would you dare deleting comments on your show? How dare you delete comments on our show? But we don't. On run. I think your comment was stupid and YouTube just recognized it and deleted it like default. I think that's what happened. I don't think it was been deleted. 24-hour stream, 100 sub. Exactly. It's gonna be 50-hour stream. That's what I'm thinking. Draw all your sub names on your car. Pfft. I'm posting this on X. Good. Goodbye. Hot tub stream. Grow your beard for 50 days. Yeah, I think that could be good. Seeing you liked. $50 giveaway. I'm late today. Do we reject from 103? Maybe. 𝗙𝗏𝗙𝗏𝗏 for 50K. At 100K, I will. I promise you. When I get 100,000 followers, I'm gonna tattoo 100K on myself. I'm gonna do it. I commit. I'm gonna do it. I don't know. That's like this. No, not my forehead, but somewhere. Okay. let's go. A couple of other things here. One is the trades. Yeah, so like, yeah, that's like I told you, I'm gonna be completely fucking honest with you. I'm down on this account, which is not good, which I'm not happy about. But I think the worst is over. I genuinely think the worst is over. I think that we are going to get a bounce here. Link, where is Link? I'm gonna remove the Link stop loss here. Why do I have a stop loss on Link? I don't need that. There is no liquidation price. Yes, so Solana, I have a TP up here at like 240. ETH, what do I have? Yeah, my what is, oh, stop, oh, my ETH short. Okay, got it. All these are just set I probably just set like a TP levels. Anyways, it's down. Like, ultimately, I think we can reject from here. Yes. So the question is, can we reject from here? Of course, it's a bearish OB that we went into, and then probably if we see like a 15-minute shift here, then it's unfortunate that we can see a rejection. I would like if we reject, we probably reject from here, and then we just have to see if we're gonna come down to the 50 at like 3.02 trill. But I think the bottom is in, bro. Like, if you look at this 15-minute, even yeah, if you look at this 50, look at this. Like, yo, by the way. I said here, I just want to bring this here. That to happen. Area where I think, because then we come all the way down here. So I said if we break below the 3.09 trillion, we come all the way down to the 2.96 trillion. I mean, I just want you to notice how much I'm scamming people and how much I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Look where the market bounced. Look where what is the bottom here? Let me just. Yes, it's 296. Anyway, so yeah, this is an obvious OB here, like a very strong daily OB down here, 4-hour OB. Yeah, so it's like it's a very, very strong level to bounce from. We do have a bounce. We have a 15-minute market structure shift, comes into the hourly OB up here, which I'm not that happy about, but it does come back there. If we see a rejection, possibly we can go lower. Again, I don't care. I don't think we are going lower, but we can see a little bit lower. I'm layering in. I'm buying. Whatever happens, I think things are going to get cleared, and that's basically it. Now, there are some stuff that I wanted to share. One is Aptos. Big ass shout out for Aptos. So they are like, first of all, I told you, and the chart looks horrible, but I'm holding Aptos. I think they are super cool. It's a layer one, very well connected, great industry approach, incredible product, fast, cheap, whatever that might be. And Wyoming State Token Commission identified Aptos as the first place blockchain candidate for WST. So the Wyoming State Token Commission, the first fiat-backed stablecoin issued by US state. Incredible. I mean, I think like, if we get this market bump that I'm expecting, bro, it's gonna be like Aptos, like and legit. Like, look at this. Like, this thing is being considered as one of the chains to launch a fucking stable coin officially in the United States. Like, how can I not be bullish on this? Last time Aptos was down here, you know what? How much did it pump? 500%, brother. Like, I cannot not buy Aptos here. That's just honestly the truth. Like, you can call me an idiot. I cannot not buy Aptos here. I just can't. Like, anyway, so shout out to them. What else do we have here? Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve officially signed into law. So Texas, shout out to Texans, my Texas friends. Big thing, third big thing. Grant Cardone, my buddy Grant Cardone. We're friends, like proper, like, you know, bad boys for life. Grant, get back to me, please, if you can. Like, I know you're ghosting me, but, you know, just get back to me when you have a time. You know, between the $400 million deal and the $350 million deal, just, you know, shoot me a message. No, but cool. Grant is a cool guy. He just added 1,000 Bitcoin to balance sheet, becoming first ever real estate Bitcoin company integrated with full BTC strategy, combining the two best-in-class assets. Chair of China's National Institution for Finance, hold on to your chair, guys, developed Li Yang, says stablecoins extend US dollar power. No shit. You should have watched my show for the past 2.5, 3 months, where I've been explaining that that is exactly the goal for US stablecoins to gain worldwide dominance again and cement that dominance. They need stablecoin legislation. This is why the Genius Act was important. This is why Trump is all focused on this. This is why 𝗙𝗍𝗍𝗏 is looking at stablecoins. This is exactly why that is. Because to gain US dollar dominance, they can get a digital dollar out there, and anyone in the world can get access to the dollar with ease. It's simple. It's simple. So now China is recognizing that, and China calls for RMB stablecoin via Hong Kong to defend monetary sovereignty. I mean, China is catching up. Imagine when they realize what Bitcoin can do. Okay. Tesla, now this is crazy shit. Like, first of all, I love Elon. If you don't, well, goodbye. I just love this guy. I think this guy is like one of the biggest geniuses out there. Like, seriously, it's insane. It's unrelated story, but they literally just announced that they're going to have, so Elon has the Neuralink, and now they announced that they have developed something and tested it for the past 3 years, brother. 3 years, that they will be able to go straight into the vision cortex, and they will have cameras put in instead of your eye, and they will be able to make people who have never seen, who like default can't see, born like that, be able to see. And they've tested it on mice for the past 3 years, and it's ready for human testing. So they're gonna do it in the next 6 months, and they will be able, Elon is like very confident that they will be able to do it in the next 6 months. Bro, that's incredible. Anyway, so the guy launched robo-taxis, which we've been waiting for in Texas again. Texas is a good place to be. Austin, and 420 flat fee. 420. Elon is you know, a baller. 420, if you don't know what that is, look it up. So that's happening. This is how it looks like. You literally just order a car. The car stops. You get in the car and there are no driver. There is no driver. Like, you literally just ride the car. The car drives itself. Like, imagine this. I mean, this is some wild shit, bro. This is the future. It's crazy. Anyway, it is happening. If you're in Texas, if you're in Austin and you don't try this, please do not ever talk to me again. Like, you have to go and try this. For 420, don't drink a coffee at Starbucks. Go and try this. You have to. Anyway, 𝗏𝗏𝗍, I wanted to give a shout out. Again, I told you about this as well. I invested as well. I'm holding the token. The token is holding pretty decently at $1. 𝗏𝗏𝗍 basically allows you to DCA into Bitcoin using your own bank card. So like, you can do purchases through Stripe and the connected service that they have, services that they have, and you can basically just do DCA through connecting your bank card. If I send $10, I can spend how much money I'm actually getting into Bitcoin. DCing is one of the best strategies, but you needed to have, like, you have to use a Revolut, or you have to use different cards, and now you have the opportunity to just get your local bank card and still buy Bitcoin. Check out 𝗏𝗏𝗍. First of all, again, I am invested. I told you about them, but the token is doing incredible as well. Like, absolutely incredible, and the product they are building is also pretty decent. That said, let me read the chat a little bit more. Let me do some crazy shit. I feel like I'm doing some crazy shit. Is this OnRun guy still here?
Yes.
OnRun, I'm listening. Only for you. I see your comments. Did he have any other comments? Imagine what a plot twist would it be if he would just comment, oh, you see my comment, buy this meme! What is he trying to comment? What do you think it is he trying to comment? I promise you, did you delete any comments?
No.
I promise you we didn't delete any comments. I can't delete comments, and Kaz says he didn't, so. Ahoy, Nitro Bunny, what's good? Do the market pump dance. Fat. Subscribe, like. He's deleting comment. Oh. Fefe is Trump controlled by Israel. I mean, I think a lot of things are controlled by Israel, I'll be very honest with you. Controversial thought, but yeah, I think partially yes. I don't think he's controlled, but I think his interests lay with Israel, yes. But also, like, it's a proper threat, like the whole nuclear thing. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been saying this for a long time. 2016 he's been so I don't think it's just like Israel. the argument of Trump bombed Iran because of Israel, I don't think that's the case. I'm deleting negative people from my life. I'm doing the same. I'm deleting scammers from my life. Yeah, this guy is still here. On run.
That's an old comment.
Imagine. Oh my God. Seeing the thumbnail. Seeing the thumbnail coming in here and being a dick like this. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh my God. Good on run. Fefe is my hope, my light, my path, my future. I love you. Much love, much love, much love. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙, same thing, bro. Like it's like Moon. Like honestly, like I think 𝗙𝗘𝗙 also like it led down to the weekly. There's nowhere to go. Weekly. Can I explain more deeply about 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 Fefe? Yes, I can. So like again, I tweeted about them and I talked about them quite some time now. So 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙, basically they have a software. You connect your own bank card, and we don't have links in the description because they're not partners or whatever. I invested in the token, but like you get 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙.com. What they basically do is that you can connect your own local bank card, and then they will, as I buy $10 worth of something, I can preset stuff, and it recognizes my spending, and it sends like, let's say 5% of my purchases, so 5 cents or 50 cents, and adds it to Bitcoin. It's that simple. On-run legend. Where is Fefe from? I went with high leverage longs but managed stop loss. Nothing happened to me. I'm so happy. Athena target, please. Again, Moon. Total market cap analysis. I did have that. Unfortunately, look back on the show. We did have that. Honestly, guys, I would love to, but I'm going to Monaco. The only problem, and this is not an excuse, I'm going to Monaco Wednesday, and I need to finish my presentation. That's the truth. I'm doing my presentation and it's not ready.
It's already done.
It's already done. Yeah. If Vibe is watching, Vibe Summit, don't worry, it's gone. I got another 6 hours to submit it. I'm gonna get it done. All right, cool, guys. I'm gonna speak in Monaco. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You come back every single day. We do have a vlog. Cuz is going to pin it now. There's a link in the description, but also gonna pin it into the live chat. This is the $1 Billion Hustle. It's my vlog. I'm sharing with literally my life for the past 43 weeks. Everything you need to see. It's fun. It's whatever. And we're gonna cover Monaco as well. So you wanna check that out. Otherwise, come back every single day. Follow me on X. Check out the socials. And most importantly, please do me a favor and send the link to this link, school link. Send this school link to one of your relatives, friends, and most importantly, unbelievers, school groups, cat owners, Facebook group, whatever that might be. It's literally right here. Intro to crypto, learn crypto for free from Fefe himself. We're gonna pin it in the comment section after the show as well. So if you're rewatching, you will be able to see it. Join us on the school. It's gonna be amazing. Thank you so much for watching. One of these videos will be the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 Club educational videos. Check them out. Click here to subscribe and come back for another one. Have an amazing week, and I believe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.